All right, well, good Friday, November 3rd, everybody. We are here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and we are back at a place we have not done a review in over 2 years. In fact, I think this is one of our first maybe 25 videos we ever did, and that is the Cherokee Grill. Now, many of y'all have heard me say over and over and heard that they have the best steak in town and the best prime rib. But again, it's been over 2 years since we've been here. So we're going to go in there tonight. We've been wanting to come back. We're back. So we're going to go inside the Cherokee Grill and see if we still put this steak, and I'm assuming you're getting prime rib, I don't know that, but whatever we get, we're going to see if we put it at the top like we did before. I've said over and over, I think this is the best steak in town. So we're going to go find out if that's still the case. So go with us to the Cherokee Grill. Cherokee Grill is located at the south end of town on the left, right here at the beginning of Calhoun's Village. In fact, there is Calhoun's across the street and almost at the entrance of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So this is a place we have come, I don't know, 6, 7 times probably.
Yeah, been here several
and
times.
It has been a while. So we are back. We're going to see if anything's changed in the quality or otherwise. So we're looking forward to a good meal here tonight.
And I would advise everybody to go online. You can actually go online and do a reservation because they are booked up. We were hoping for 7 o'clock. The only thing they had was 6. So
yeah, and that was earlier today. So if you do want to eat here, you want to have a reservation.
Yes.
Especially on a weekend night. You're probably okay in the middle if you come in the week. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
wouldn't hurt to call and find out, though.
Yeah, I would call, but yeah, you can definitely go online. Super easy process.
So here we are inside. We are getting ready to check in, let them know we are here. We're here probably about 20 minutes early, I guess. So, very nice restaurant here on the inside. So we are going to table 11. Not sure where that is. So Shaughnessy got us a window seat here at the Cherokee Grill. We are basically right across from over Gatlinburg. That's just one side of it. So now we're going to look at this side, which has all the selections. We'll start with the appetizers. Then move on down to the salads. Then the burgers and sandwiches. Here's the entrees. Now we've had several of these. We've had the, I actually hadn't got to the steak part yet. Have you ever gotten a chicken dish here at all, any of those?
I don't think so. I think it's either been steak or prime rib.
Yeah. Okay, here are the sides. Now here's the steaks. We've had the Prosperity steak, which is a sirloin. And for a sirloin, it's good. I mean, you know, we don't normally order a sirloin, but they do give it some flavor here. Prosperity steak. Here, let me just do it this way. I'm trying to avoid that shadow, so let me, sorry y'all. Okay. Here are steak add-ons. Desserts. And of course, you tell them how you want your steak. I think I got the sides, but I'll hit that just to be sure. All right. They also have a special menu tonight. This is what they have on special. Soup of the day, and then these items here. Okay, so I want you to see right here where you can add a la carte sides for $5. I'm going to share something at the end of this video when we do the closeout that has changed with obviously since the last time we were here, but I actually messaged them. I had heard they had taken one of the side options away, and they messaged me back. This is October 12th this year. It's not even a month ago, and they said that we could add a side for $3.50. Because the reason I did that, I had heard that they were giving you one less side now for the same money, and I love those blue cheese grits. I also love a baked potato. You could choose the grits or the potato or the Neva potatoes before, and then you could add a side. Now you can't do that. So they messaged me back. This is just 3 weeks ago, folks, and told me that the extra side would be $3.50. And now on the menu it's showing $5, so that's another price increase just within the last month. Okay, so our server came out, and I'm not sure. But anyway,
she's real nice.
Yes, very nice, very friendly. I want to say that. So I did ask her because it occurred to me I had messaged the Cherokee Grill. See, last time we were here, you started off, you could pick the Neva potatoes or the blue cheese grits, and then add another side. So I had watched some other newer reviews than ours, and somebody was saying that now they don't give you that option. You just pick one side. So it occurred to me I had messaged, the Cherokee Grill about that literally 3 weeks ago. I think it was October 12th was when I got the reply. So in that reply, they said that you can add the side for $3.50, but the menu says an extra side's $5. So our server says she thinks that it's $5 if we just ordered the side, but if it's with the meal, it may be $3.50. She's going to confirm that. So I told them I would pay the $3.50 for the blue cheese grits. I like them that much.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do the $5 if it's $5. So she's going to figure it up and let me know. But anyway, they brought out the bread. Show the bread here. The bread's always been very good here.
I've never seen them just put a slab of butter.
Well,
it's usually in a little container, but she went to go get her silverware so we can cut it.
Yeah.
And eat that, so I'm sure it'll be good.
We got a really nice fireplace in here. So I do want to show you a little bit more of the restaurant while we're waiting on our food. Kitchen area. So we got a Gatlinburg trolley dropping some people off here right in front of the restaurant. It's starting to get dark now here in Gatlinburg. So what did you end up ordering tonight, as if I don't know already?
Guess. Prime rib. And then I got a baked potato for my side.
And a baked potato. And I got the 14-ounce ribeye. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that's still the best steak in Gatlinburg or not. Okay, so the steak is out, and she did confirm that if you order a side with a meal, it's $3.50.
Yeah.
And it's a la carte $5. So there's the ribeye steak. Looks good. Baked potato, the prime rib.
Looks good.
Chauncey's getting her au jus on there. And
I didn't get a steak knife, but
oh, well, you can, yeah,
I'll
just
just
use
use
that.
yours.
There you go. So we're going to see if this is still the best prime rib in town that we've had. Still top notch.
Yep. Very good.
And I'm waiting on my A1 to complete the steak. So
that's both.
thank you much.
Okay, I'm gonna put you a little. Okay.
All right, thank you. So we're going to try these Tennessee blue cheese grits. Absolutely wonderful. It's not like a regular cheese grid. It has the blue cheese flavor. Really like those. So let me take a bite of the steak and everything else right quick. So baked potato. Good and hot, perfect. Ribeye steak. Looks like it's cooked about right. I ordered it medium, a little bit of pink in there. Still the best steak in Gatlinburg, in my opinion. All right, just finished up supper at the Cherokee Grill. So I'm gonna, before I turn her loose, let her go first, as always. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this close out with something, because every time, well, I won't say every time, but a lot of times we have to do this, there's always a handful of people that think we're just being negative, or that we're just trying to nitpick. And let me just explain something before that happens. If we're going to do restaurant reviews at all, we're going to give you honest reviews. Okay, there's absolutely no point. If we're just going to go in everywhere and say everything was awesome and 100% everything was great, there's absolutely no point in doing this. So the point of doing this is to give you the facts. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to do. What our experience is. That does not mean our experience is your experience, although what we're going to share is going to be your experience. So, because it's a policy. So I just want to say that before we get into that. She's going to go first, and then we'll talk about some things. You may want to talk about some things too. Number one, let me just go ahead and hit this before she does, is the parking situation in Calhoun's Village. They've changed it.
It has changed.
I don't know who thought this was an improvement, but it's not. There was a time you would come into Calhoun's Village, and if you could find a parking space at the Cherokee Grill, you didn't have to do anything. You could just park there and leave. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
No, you're right. And, right behind the restaurant, there was a little parking lot.
So if you're fortunate enough to get a spot there, and we usually have been in the past, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have to go up into Calhoun's Village, you would get a little printed out ticket that you were supposed to pay as you went out. And if you ate at a restaurant like Calhoun's or Cherokee Grill, they would stamp it for you or validate it or do whatever they had to do. Then you would show it to the attendant, and you didn't have to pay for parking. So now everything is, you scan a code and do it by your phone. So now what they want you to do is go ahead and pay for the parking, and then you have to enter your credit card information and everything. I guess there's no attendant at the booth anymore. So you have to enter your credit card information, and then that's good for 3 hours. And if you eat at one of the restaurants here, then I don't even remember what you have to do to get it back.
Well, what she said is you put your payment information in, and then they give you a code, and when you put the code in, you get 3 hours free parking. Mm-hmm. So then, I mean, you still have to put all your information in. But she said if there ever was an issue and you were charged, she said just make sure you have the receipt showing, that you were here and you should have been validated.
So what we should have done when we got here, and we didn't know because this has changed since the last time we've eaten here. Mm-hmm. So what we should have done when we got here was scan the code, go ahead and put our information in, pay for the parking, enter our plate number, and then after we ate, they would give us a code to have that. Am I correct on
yeah,
that?
So basically when you scan it, you put what time you're leaving, just make sure it's 3 hours.
So we didn't do that.
Yeah.
So we asked her on the way out, what do we need to do about parking? And you told her you didn't enter anything.
I said I didn't do anything.
So we basically been parked here the whole time without entering anything. So what she told us was, because if you get back to your vehicle and there's no ticket, just go. Don't worry about it. If there is, you need to show them your receipt that you ate here, and they will. So either way, it would have been taken care of. We got back and there was no ticket. So we're not being charged or anything. We didn't get ticketed. But just to let you know, again, whoever thought this, I know a lot of them are going to that now, but when you're eating at a restaurant there, it's very complicated. You have to go through a lot of extra steps just to have supper. And, I don't know. I don't think all the new ways are always the best ways. I think a lot of times they should have just left stuff alone. That's my feelings on that. But
parking in Gatlinburg has become such a
it's become a nightmare.
Yeah.
And a joke, to be honest with you.
So many people are here. I mean, it's a beautiful place. I understand why people want to come.
Yeah.
You got to do something with your cars.
Yeah, you got to do something with your car, and they've just figured out a way to get you at every turn. And the way Calhoun's Village now is doing the parking, it's absolutely confusing. Again, we didn't know what to do, because I'm not going to pay to park to eat somewhere. I'm not doing that, especially not a place that's already pretty expensive, as Cherokee Grill is. It's one of the upper restaurants, in town. So, all right, so let me get off that. Well, let's get to the food, then I'll say a few more things. So go ahead and tell about your meal tonight. It's no secret that we love the prime rib and the ribeye steak here. You don't think you've ever had the steak? You get the prime rib pretty much every time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to get the blue cheese crusted sirloin, which is good. It's tender. It's got a blue cheese like topping that they kind of roll to it, and it is good. I have gotten that several times as well. But since I tried their prime rib, that's been kind of my go-to.
Yeah. This is probably about our 7th or 8th visit to Cherokee Grill.
Yeah. It's a very nice restaurant. Like I said earlier, you definitely want to do those reservations because we've not always done that in the past. And, I heard her telling some people it's an over an hour wait. So we got there. I mean, we were a little early and we only had to wait, 5-6 minutes?
Yeah, not bad.
Not long. You could even request, it's optional, if you'd like to sit a certain place, and I sit a window seat, and they did accommodate. Our waitress, she was very nice. She said that she'd only been there a couple of months.
2 months, I think she said.
Yeah. So she was nice, got her order. The bread, it was some type of herb bread. It was kind of pungent, I guess is the word.
It's the same bread they always have.
Was it? I didn't remember the herbs in it. It was good.
I like it.
The prime rib was just as good as always. It was very tender, very flavorful. I liked it.
Do you still put this as the best prime rib in town?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. And my baked potato was good. She brought me their, what's she called, prime sauce or whatever. It's the horseradish with sour cream. She says, try it. Yeah, I didn't really care for it. But I had a good experience. My food was good.
Okay. What did you tell what you got for a side?
Baked potato.
Okay. You may have said I did.
I think I said it.
Okay. How was your baked potato?
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, would you do it again?
Of course.
All right. So, let me just, what I prefaced earlier, there has been a couple of policy changes at the Cherokee Grill that, again, I don't personally like them, but I still have to make you aware of them. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do this totally separate from the food because it is totally separate. Like I say, we've not eaten here in about 2 years, but we do have a review here from a couple of years back, one of our first 25 videos, I think. And we had a good experience that day. I think we both got the prime rib. The only complaint I had that day was that they had changed the way they take your ticket. And we've been a few other places now. This was the first place I had ever been to that was doing it this way, where instead of just giving your card to your server and they take it and run it and bring it back, they bring the little machine computer thing to your table and you put your card in that and then you add your tip. And the complaint I had last time was that our server stands right over your shoulder watching you put the tip in. I did not like that at all. I made a review that actually our server responded to our first review and apologized for that, and said he would mention that to the rest of them, be more careful. Tonight they brought the computer, but she did not stand there and put like
me and her
us.
were talking.
Yeah.
She let him do whatever he
so
needed
they
to
did
do.
make a change there. I appreciate that. Didn't feel any pressure. We do tip fairly based on the service. We take a lot of things into consideration, how busy they are. So we do tip. Okay, I don't want you to think.
Yeah,
I just don't like being watched. Okay, while I'm doing it by the person I'm tipping. So they did not do that tonight, but they do bring the card thing to your table. Now, here's the part that really I hope, I'm going to make sure Cherokee Grill does see this. I would like to ask you to reconsider what you've done with your menu the last 2 years. The last time we were here, if you ordered an entree, you chose either what's called the Neva potatoes. I don't even remember what those were. I think you've gotten them. I never got them. Or the blue cheese grits. The blue cheese grits are outstanding. And you automatically got that with your entree. Then you picked another side. So every time I came for a steak, I always like to get a baked potato with my steak. 99% of the time, that's what I get. And I love those blue cheese grits. So you used to get both of those for the price, whatever the meal was then. I'll share that in a minute. So then after we came, we started watching other reviews that were more recent. And a lot of those people were saying that there had been a change, that now you don't choose the Neva potatoes or the blue cheese grits. You can order those as a side, but you only get one side, period. So here's the problem. They also increased their price. Not by what you would call a lot. I think the prime rib, we went back and watched our other review, the prime rib now has gone up $3 since then. And the ribeye steak has only gone up $1. That's not significant, really, because things are going up. We know that, we understand that. So it's not the price increase. It's the price increase plus taking something away at the same time. I don't really like the idea that you're charging people more and giving them less. What you should do is, if you just need to go up a few dollars, just keep giving them the two sides.
Keep the menu the same.
Keep the menu the same. Leave that alone and go up whatever you need to go up. Okay, so we do understand price increases, but it's the thing of we're going to go up a little and then we're going to pull something away. I don't like that. I did not like it at all. In fact, once I heard that, I contacted Cherokee Grill a few weeks back because we knew we were going to be coming. And I asked them if that was true, and they said that you can add a side for $3.50 to your meal. So I said, okay, I'd rather you just have gone up $3.50, to be honest with you. But I thought, okay, I like those grits a lot. I'll do that. So we come here tonight and look at the menu, and it says the sides individually are $5 a piece. I said, surely in 3 weeks they haven't gone up again. So the server went and checked. Took her a long time to come back and tell us. But she said, yes, if you get it with a meal, it is $3.50. So I said, okay, I'll do that. So I did do that. I ordered the blue cheese grits and baked potato with my 14-ounce ribeye steak. Now, I'm saying all that to say this. I wish the restaurant would, to me, this is like our favorite restaurant in town. I want to make it clear we are not against this restaurant at all. In fact, there are people that have come here because of our first review of it. I'm a member, and you are too, of just about every Gatlinburg Facebook page there is, and there's a question that's asked about 40 times a week, repetitive question. What's the best steak in Gatlinburg? Every time I see that post, I go on there and say, Cherokee Grill's the best steak in Gatlinburg. So there are people that have come here because of our recommendations. So we are not against this restaurant at all.
And we'll be back because
we will
like
be
it
back.
That much.
But I always say this is...
They're waiting on our...
Somebody's waiting on our space, so
I'm gonna just
pause it. Okay, we are back. We had to move parking spaces because somebody's wanting our space.
And I'm having to use my phone as
we're
a
in our
flashlight.
truck and it's dark, so...
I'll just hold it.
So I think the last thing I said before we had to pause close out was that we are not out to give this restaurant a bad rap at all, because we have recommended it to probably 100 people, plus our review. So I have always stated this is the best place to get a steak or a prime rib in Gatlinburg. I think they're at the top of the list in both of those categories. So I'm simply giving you the facts now. I think Cherokee Grill, I think your menu change was a mistake. We have been here 7 or 8 times for special nights out when we come up here, or even with our church couples trip. We have never left with a bad taste in our mouth, literally, until this policy change. And I think that's terrible. I think you need to go back, give people the two sides you always did, price accordingly, whatever you have to do, but don't add price and then take something away. And in the message, I'm going to post a screenshot of the message they sent me 3 weeks ago. They said there have been no price increases. Yes, there have. I've got the menu on our old video, and I've got the one tonight. So the prime rib increased by $3 over 2 years. I understand that. The steak, $1, very, very minimal. I understand that. But I don't like having the side taken away. I'd rather you just gone up $3 or $4. So let's get to the food now. Do we still, after tonight, do I still believe this is the best steak in town? 100%, absolutely. Tonight, the steak was just as good as it's ever been. And if anybody, I'm going to start sharing this video with anybody who asks that question. It's asked probably 40 times a week on the Facebook pages. The best steak in Gatlinburg is not, like, I'm not going to bash any other restaurant. There's like 4 or 5 popular steakhouses here in town. One of them has a very good prime rib and very good marinated chicken. I think their steak is far overrated. I would put this one 5 levels over that one. Okay, where you can sit on the river. That's all I'm going to say. This is the best steak that I've had in Gatlinburg, not just by a little, but by a lot. The baked potato was cooked to perfection. The cheese grits, the blue cheese grits, were very good. No problem with the meal. We've never had any problem with the quality of the meal here. So yeah, this is still, in my opinion, the best steak in Gatlinburg. I have it broken down by town. Okay, Townsend, that's the only steak I know of there is a Trailhead, but it's right up there with this. And Pigeon Forge Chop House, that's right up there with this. If you're in Gatlinburg, one of the best steak in town, it's the ribeye steak right here at Cherokee Grill. So yeah, I do give the place a thumbs up. I do not like the parking situation now, and don't care for that menu change at all. I think that was a mistake. People come here, they spend a lot of money to come here, and you add more to it, then you take something away. That's just not good. But food is excellent, best steak in town.
And it's a very nice restaurant.
It's a very nice restaurant.
It looks pretty on the inside, and they do take care of you very nice. Everybody seems very courteous. You know, want to make sure you have a good experience.
No problem with the service or the food. Okay, but just that policy change. So anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe.
And find and follow us on Facebook.
And have a blessed evening.